All right, so we're here to talk more about hunting discomfort with Sterling Hawkins. I'm excited.
I'll show it off again.
Yeah,
Is
show
that
it off. Yes.
advanced reader copies? You can't even get them yet.
And I've read it, y'all. It is so good.
Thank you.
And I really, really enjoyed it. I don't have a lot of time to read, so I actually sat down and read this one and loved it. So
I really appreciate that.
Great job.
Thank you. Put a lot into it, so I'm happy to hear that.
Good. I love it. All right, so I was going to kind of go over my favorite chapter, which is about self-doubt. And I think it hit home for me because that's where I get caught up a lot of times, is in the self-doubt.
Sure.
And
I think we all do.
And I think you do. And I think that a lot of times you talk yourself out of doing whatever it is that you think about doing, and you rationalize it, and then you just don't ever do it.
Absolutely.
So
then wonder why we don't have the results we want.
Exactly. Right. But I think as leaders, we need to encourage our people to overcome that self-doubt and try to get better. And I think one of the ways I look at it here is in sales. And I think cold calling is a huge issue with salespeople.
Sure.
And having that self-doubt. But I think if you do it and tackle it, it makes all the difference.
There's no
I was
question.
just going to kind of go over thoughts you have, companies and organizations, how to tackle some of those things, and especially in the sales area.
Well, I think the biggest anecdote to self-doubt is committing in a way where there's no going back. I would call it getting a tattoo in the book, right?
Yes.
Right? You get a tattoo, you're on the line for something.
Yeah.
And it calls you forward even when it's easier not to. And so I find that when you've got some accountability, especially around that commitment to say, hey, Angela, I'm going to make 3 cold calls today, and I'm going to do them before lunch.
Yes.
Well, now when it's about 11:30 or 11:50, because I'm going to wait to the last minute, right? I know I've got somebody that's going to ask me how I did, and it's going to call me into action, and it makes it much easier to get those things done. Maybe not easier to make the call, but easier to end up getting it done and eventually get the result that you want.
And I think the more you do it, the easier it becomes.
It's a muscle you can build.
Yes, and I love that part of it, and talking about the muscle building, because I think that's so true. And I think the more you do it, and then you realize that it makes a difference, that you'll keep doing it.
Well, and I don't know if it's that we have less self-doubt. I think it's that we stop listening to it as much, and that's the power in it, is you get some freedom from it.
Well, and then you survive it. And, I think a lot of times you're afraid that you might say the wrong thing, or somebody might, think that you don't sound as smart as you should, or you might not have all the answers. And I think that keeps you from doing it. But I think once you realize that people don't make fun of you, and they, and so what if they hang up on you, you're still okay.
Yeah.
And
oftentimes I find people that go through things that they're really scared to do, whether it's a cold call or something else, is they find that people really want to support them.
Yes.
Right? Like they're not out to get them. They want you to achieve what it is you want to achieve.
Exactly.
And that's the cool part about it.
You have that good feeling once you do it.
We do it no matter what.
No matter what. So I love it. So I think that's just a great piece of the book, just something I took away that I can help my people with, and also just tackling that self-doubt when things come our way. So thank you. Thanks for writing the book. I'm
appreciate
excited
it.
about it.
Yeah, thanks for reading it.
Yes.
Yeah.